Hi, this is Sarah Mikesell with the Pig Site, and today we're here with Dr. Megan Bible. She is a nutritionist for North and Central America with Hamlet Protein. Thanks for being with us today, Megan.
Thank you.
Very good. And we're here at World Pork Expo. And tell me, how has the show gone? What are you kind of hearing from customers? And we'll start there.
Sure. So how's the show gone? I mean, I would think one thing that everyone will agree with is that the weather has been absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
This has been one of the best World Pork shows for weather in many, many years. So that's a positive. That's been bringing people in, and I think that's been keeping people here longer as well. Hamlet Protein, our tent, has been very, very busy. We've had many customers come in, and we've got to discuss with them, and we've been able to discuss, everything new that's going on with Hamlet, see if they're having any issues, how we may be able to help them, and so it's just been a wonderful, wonderful time. So yeah, we actually had. On Wednesday morning, we had a guest speaker. It was Dr. Stein from University of Illinois. I'm sure, everybody knows that name. So
Yeah.
he come in and he spoke to us, and we had a good attendance. We had, customers that came in, and we also had, other people that came in and listened. Industry people. We sure did. We had breakfast and then got to listen to Dr. Stein. So it was awesome, and it's been awesome so far.
Very good. And what were some of the highlights that he talked about and some of the things that you're hearing at the booth that are some of the concerns in the industry?
Right. So Dr. Stein actually come to talk to us about how we could reduce the cost of a nursery diet and how people are reducing it around the world. But obviously, if you're reducing the cost of the nursery diet, you want to make sure that you're keeping that performance, because you don't want to lose that performance, right? Because if your baby pigs aren't going to start very well, then obviously you're going to have issues down the road. So some of the things that he spoke about, one thing that he did speak about was watching out for your calcium to phosphorus ratio. You don't want that ratio to be too far spread out. And he said that most people aren't looking at where their calcium is coming from. They don't take into effect that like soybean meal will have calcium or other ingredients will have calcium. So when you're formulating, you need to make sure that you know exactly what's in your ingredients. Make sure that you know that if there's more calcium or not. And then, you need to formulate based on the size of the pig, but make sure that your formulation of your ratio is closer. So that will cause a decrease in performance. So that's one way to help. Another thing that he did speak about was he spoke about protein kinetics, and that's actually something new with Hamlet Protein that we're very excited about. And so he did give a couple of slides about protein kinetics and what some of the ingredients that are used in a nursery diet, how they were performing for protein kinetics. And if you would love to learn more about protein kinetics, we are actually going to be presenting a poster at the national meetings in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I'm actually going to be the one that's going to be doing it. So come by and see me, and I'm more than happy to be able to explain to you what's going on with the protein kinetics world. So
very good. Can you give us just a very high level? Kinetics is a word related to protein that might be new to some people, some of our audience. Just a very high level, what does that mean?
Sure. So in Hamlet Protein, how we describe protein kinetics is that we look at when you come into the intestinal tract, that protein comes in, it's going to be digested, right, by the enzymes, then it's going to be absorbed across the intestine, and then we need it to enter into the blood system. So that is all included into the protein kinetics. We want those amino acids to be into the bloodstream so they can be carried around to be used, whether it's for maintenance of the body or whether if it's for for tissue building. So like muscle, have big muscles, right? I don't have big muscles, but for that. And what also is involved in protein kinetics is the speed or the rate of how fast that is occurring. So one thing Dr. Stein talked about, and involves the protein kinetics, is that more producers are using crystalline amino acids, and we know that those amino acids absorb very quickly, so you actually need other protein sources that absorb quickly as well. So that is how we're looking at protein kinetics. And
very good. That's really interesting.
yes, it is. It's very interesting. It's all new to people, and it has been absolutely fun to talk about. It's awesome, and we at Hamlet are learning more and more and more every day about protein kinetics.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for all the information today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, and thank you for your time. I appreciate it as well.
It's been a lot of fun and very enlightening. So thanks very much again. This is Sarah Mikesell with the Pig Site.